It's another day. That can only mean one thing. It's time for another today's Decay. That's right. Today's December 19th. And here are all the dates that really right. Isn't that right, Louis? We're going to celebrate everything important that happened on this day, December 19th, throughout space and time. Because otherwise, as we continue through lockdown, days just meld into each other, right? What was the difference yesterday to today to tomorrow? Well, I'm not one to say. But if we were to give structure to it and call out important, worthwhile things, maybe that's not so bad. Is that so bad? No, it's not so bad. On this day, 1881, King Oliver was born. Hot jazz band leader, of which I'd say this is rock and roll, even though it's way before rock and roll. Same could be said for Professor Longhair, who also predates officially the term rock and roll. Born on this day, 1918, but definitely did New Orleans boogie woogie piano in a way that predates but anticipates rock and roll more specifically than King Oliver, but same idea, you know? Wild, loud, fast music that people should dance to. Explain to me how that doesn't equal rock and roll in some form or another. You tell me. Also, this day, 1956, Carl Perkins recorded this song, Blue Suede Shoes, which, for those of you that don't know, he was involved with a biography book called Blue Suede Shoes. I don't think it was an autobiography, but I think it was a biography that was written with him that I would definitely suggest people read. So in it, there's a lot of really good stuff in there. All these Sun Records type people had some really good stories that are mostly captured in their individual books. But in his case, in regards to Blue Suede Shoes, so this is kind of classic, I guess, but I swear the book's worth reading because there's all sorts that you haven't heard of before. So, for instance, him and his band, which were his family members, who most of which wound up committing suicide shortly thereafter, all were in a car ride to, I want to say, the Ed Sullivan Show in New York City, and flipped their car and wound up in the hospital and wound up from a hospital bed hearing Elvis do a live version of Blue Suede Shoes on the Ed Sullivan Show in their place. And this whole book, Blue Suede Shoes, is filled with all sorts of good stories like that, or terrible stories like that, I should say. Yeah, Carl Perkins, the man. On this day, 1958, the film Bell, Book, and Candle premiered. A really fun mid-century witchcraft film. And then in 1965, Invasion of the Astro Monster premiered. Monster Zero, King Ghidorah himself, which some consider to be the turning point for Godzilla being more comical and fun. I'm sure this is the case, but it's still worthwhile. Ain't it? Ain't it? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go back to cuddling because it's just that kind of a day. So, until tomorrow, goodbye.